Hello Immortal News family and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 8. Tony Todd, a towering figure in cinema known for his profound impact on horror and genre films, leaves behind a legacy as a versatile and meticulous actor. Born on December 4, 1954, in Washington, D.C., Todd's journey into acting began at the Eugene O'Neill National Theater Institute, where he nurtured his distinctive, commanding style. His dedication to the craft led him to roles at the Hartman Conservatory and Trinity Repertory Company, establishing a solid foundation for his impressive four-decade career. Todd's breakthrough role came with his unforgettable portrayal of Sergeant Warren in Platoon, and he quickly became a fixture in both film and television, gaining a reputation for his striking screen presence. Yet, it was his iconic role as the terrifying yet complex Candyman in the 1992 cult classic of the same name that cemented him as a horror legend. Todd reprised this role in 1995's Candyman: Farewell to the Flesh, and again in the 2021 sequel, leaving an indelible mark on the horror genre. Beyond Candyman, Todd captivated audiences in Final Destination as the enigmatic William Bloodworth, offering chilling foreshadowing to those destined for death, as well as in Night of the Living Dead, The Crow, and Hatchet. While Todd's resume boasted over 200 credits, his talent extended beyond horror. He portrayed complex characters on shows like Star Trek: The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, and Voyager, adding depth to the science fiction genre. His vocal talents also found a place in video games and animated series, making his rich, resonant voice iconic to fans of Transformers and Call of Duty. Outside of his work, Todd was deeply respected for his generous spirit and thoughtful engagement with fans and colleagues alike. His final years were marked by personal resilience as he continued to work despite a prolonged illness. Tony Todd passed away at the age of 69, surrounded by family, including his wife Fatima and children Alex and Ariana. His legacy as a master of his craft and a warm soul lives on in his extensive and diverse body of work. Tributes to Tony Todd. Number 7. Dennis Woodruff, a Hollywood actor and iconic personality known for his unique flair and unconventional self-promotion, became an icon on the streets of Los Angeles through his one-of-a-kind art cars. Born in 1952 in Huntington Beach, California, Woodruff claimed lineage from S.H. Woodruff, one of Hollywoodland's early developers, hinted at a heritage as eclectic as his career. Inspired by a desire to break into acting, Woodruff began decorating cars in the 1980s to promote himself. His iconic vehicles, from a Cadillac limousine to his mother's Saturn, were covered in headshots, props, and slogans, making them as famous as their driver. Woodruff's passion for self-promotion saw him hawking DVDs of his low-budget films from his car trunk, famously claiming sales to stars like Madonna and Warren Beatty. He appeared as a background actor in notable productions like Quantum Leap and RoboCop 2, yet it was his outsider persona that resonated most with fans. His IMDb credits list numerous roles as self, underscoring his dedication to cultivating his public image. Despite limited screen success, Woodruff's relentless creativity earned him recognition in the documentary Automorphosis, a tribute to art car creators, and secured his position as a local legend. In later years, Woodruff continued creating films and television projects, collaborating with fellow filmmakers and championing independent Hollywood artistry. He even launched Dennis Woodruff Entertainment with his brother, producing more than 24 films that embodied his free-spirited approach to the entertainment industry. Dennis Woodruff passed away alone in his West Hollywood apartment at 72, leaving behind a legacy of unapologetic self-expression and street-level Hollywood glamour. A fixture of LA culture, his life exemplified tenacity and the enduring appeal of the artist-dreamer. Tributes to Dennis Woodruff. Number 6. Brian Wheeler, a beloved voice in sports broadcasting, left an indelible mark on the NBA as the radio play-by-play announcer for the Portland Trail Blazers from 1998 to 2019. Born in Southern California in 1962, Wheeler grew up inspired by iconic broadcasters like Vin Scully and Chick Hearn. His passion for sports radio blossomed during his college years at Loyola University, Chicago, where he earned a degree in broadcasting and communications and began his career with WLUW-FM, calling games for various sports teams. Wheeler's career spanned major basketball hubs, including work for the Chicago Bulls during their early championship years, the Seattle Supersonics, and the Sacramento Kings. His move to Portland in 1998 marked the beginning of a 21-year legacy with the Trail Blazers. Known for his vibrant energy and memorable catchphrases like "Boom Shakalaka" and "It's a great day to be a Blazer," Wheeler quickly endeared himself to fans. His calls brought excitement to the airwaves, especially during thrilling game moments, making him a true fan favorite. A testament to his dedication, Wheeler often added a unique twist to his calls, adjusting them to fit players and energize listeners. Despite his departure from radio in 2019 due to health challenges, his passion for sports and education continued as he taught a course on sports broadcasting for aspiring professionals. Wheeler passed away at the age of 62. He is remembered not only for his signature voice, but also for his unwavering enthusiasm and connection with fans. His legacy lives on in the hearts of Portland's community and the countless memories he crafted behind the mic. Tributes to Brian Wheeler. Number 5. Judy Love, co-founder of Love's Travel Stops and a treasured philanthropist, left an enduring mark on her community and the travel industry. Born in Chicago in 1937 and raised in Oklahoma City, Judy was inspired by a strong family foundation and the values of hard work and integrity. After meeting her husband, Tom Love, at Oklahoma State University, the two forged a remarkable partnership that would transform the travel and convenience store industry. With a $5,000 loan, Judy and Tom opened their first service station in Watonga, Oklahoma, in 1964, which grew into Love's Travel Stops, spanning over 600 locations across 42 states. Judy's role in the company was pivotal. Her financial insights and determination guided Love's expansion, while her compassionate nature fostered a supportive culture. She was cherished by employees for her warmth and for the values she instilled, which helped shape the company's legacy. Beyond her business acumen, Judy's devotion to community service was unwavering. She was actively involved in numerous charitable organizations, especially within the Catholic community, and served on several nonprofit boards in Oklahoma City. In partnership with Oklahoma's former First Lady Kathy Keating, she helped establish the Love Family Women's Center at Mercy Hospital, demonstrating her commitment to accessible healthcare. Judy's dedication to philanthropy extended to education, health, and the arts, making her a pillar of generosity and an Oklahoma Hall of Fame inductee. Known for her infectious joy, she was a friend, mentor, and supporter to many, impacting countless lives through her work and spirit of giving. Judy Love passed away at the age of 87. Her legacy of kindness, resilience, and service will inspire future generations. Tributes to Judy Love. Number 4. Joe Rowland, an iconic figure in East Coast surfing, was a lifelong wave rider known for his humility, warmth, and exceptional surfing prowess. Born and raised in Atlantic Beach, Florida, Joe was drawn to the ocean from a young age, starting his surfing journey at just 13. By 17, his talent was undeniable as he became the East Coast Surfing Association's first men's champion, an achievement that launched him to compete in world championships in Puerto Rico and Australia. Throughout his career, Joe's achievements were matched only by his dedication to his family, faith, and friends. He surfed with passion well into his 70s, often outpacing younger surfers and exemplifying grace both in and out of the water. A committed Christian, Joe was admired by friends and peers for his genuine kindness and steadfast faith. As longtime friend Mitch Kaufman expressed, Joe walked the walk when it came to his beliefs, embodying the values of kindness, humility, and love. Beyond the surf, Joe was a multifaceted individual with a brilliant mind. After a career as a computer programmer for the city of Jacksonville, he explored his love for music by playing in worship bands and even set up a recording studio at his home. He found joy in deep conversations, philosophical discussions, and daily beachside walks, often using his time to reflect and pray. Joe Rowland passed away while doing what he loved most, surfing at Ponte Vedra Beach. He was 73. The local surfing community is already preparing a traditional paddle-out ceremony to honor him, a fitting tribute for a man who touched countless lives with his gentle spirit and inspiring dedication. Tributes to Joe Rowland. Number 3. Ted Wyman, a beloved Canadian sports journalist, dedicated his life to capturing the pulse of sports and the spirit of athletes across Canada. Born in Brandon, Manitoba and raised in Winnipeg, Wyman's passion for sports began early, following high school at Kelvin and studies in creative communications at Red River College. His career took off in 1992 at the Brandon Sun before a move to the Moose Jaw Times-Herald, where he covered the Western Hockey League and Canadian Football League. Returning to Brandon in 1996, he became a vital voice in covering curling, baseball, and local teams, including the WHL's Wheat Kings. In 2003, Wyman joined the Winnipeg Sun, later rising to sports editor in 2006. He became known not only as an expert reporter but as a steadfast figure in Winnipeg sports, passionately covering the Blue Bombers, Jets, curling, and Olympic sports. A trusted presence in the press box, Wyman's integrity and fairness earned him the respect of athletes and executives alike. Wade Miller, Winnipeg Blue Bombers president, acknowledged Wyman's deep connection to the team and his thoughtful approach to each story, noting his presence brightened every practice and game. Beyond football, Wyman's love for curling brought him recognition from Curling Canada, who praised his passion and commitment to covering the sport with honesty and insight. His 2018 induction into the Manitoba Sports Writers and Sportscasters Association Media Roll of Honor cemented his legacy as a pillar of Canadian sports journalism. Ted Wyman passed away at age 58, after a courageous battle with cancer. He leaves behind a legacy of commitment, passion, and friendship in Canadian sports. His dedication inspired those who knew him, and he will be profoundly missed by colleagues, athletes, and readers alike. Tributes to Ted Wyman. Number 2. Archbishop Peter Lukyanov, an esteemed leader in the Russian Orthodox Church outside of Russia, Rokor, dedicated his life to spiritual service, historical scholarship, and preserving Russian Orthodox traditions. Born on August 9, 1948 in San Francisco to a Russian family of Don Cossack descent, he grew up deeply connected to his faith. His early education took place at St. Cyril and Methodius Russian Church Gymnasia, and he served as an altar boy under the legendary Archbishop John Maximovich. This experience profoundly shaped his life, and in 1965, he was tonsured as a reader by St. John himself. Peter pursued theological studies at Holy Trinity Orthodox Seminary in Jordanville, New York, later earning degrees from Norwich University and Belgrade University. Beginning his ecclesiastical career as an aide to Bishop Loris in Manhattan, he soon became recognized for his dedication, humility, and wisdom. In 1988, he took monastic vows and was ordained a hierodeacon, followed by his ordination as a hieromonk in 1989. Over time, he became an influential instructor at Holy Trinity Seminary, imparting knowledge in church history and fostering future generations of Orthodox clergy. His leadership was formally recognized in 2003 when he was consecrated Bishop of Cleveland, eventually rising to Archbishop of Chicago and Mid-America in 2016. Known for his humility, Archbishop Peter was granted the Jeweled Cross on his klobuk by the Synod of Bishops in 2017 as a mark of his dedication. Archbishop Peter passed away unexpectedly at age 76, leaving behind a legacy of spiritual guidance, devotion, and love for his church. His contributions will continue to shape the ROCOR community and inspire future generations. Tributes to Archbishop Peter Lukyanov. What's trending on the internet? News 1. A mother of two has tragically passed away following a breast reduction procedure at a highly rated clinic in St. Petersburg, Russia. Anna Gorolkina, 44, had undergone the surgery to alleviate back pain, which she reportedly experienced due to her large chest. According to her husband Yuri, Anna initially seemed to be recovering well, even sending him a photo of her breakfast at the clinic before she suddenly collapsed. Following her collapse, medical staff at the clinic attempted resuscitation, but their efforts were unsuccessful. Reports indicate that the cause of death was attributed to a pulmonary embolism, likely linked to post-surgical blood clots. Yuri shared that his wife had passed all pre-surgery health checks and had no known heart issues, making her sudden passing especially shocking. A criminal investigation has now been launched into the clinic for provision of services that do not meet safety requirements. Russian authorities are examining the case, with potential legal consequences for the clinic if found guilty. Yuri emphasized that his wife was eager for the surgery to improve her quality of life, saying, "I didn't force her into this decision. It was her choice." News 2. A tragic loss has struck Baltimore's Department of Public Works as Timothy Cartwell, a solid waste worker, died while on duty on November 8. Officials report that Cartwell sustained serious injuries while collecting trash in the 1800 block of Baker Street and was quickly transported to the University of Maryland Shock Trauma Center. Sadly, he did not survive. City leadership, including senior officials from DPW, visited the hospital to support Cartwell's family and colleagues during this difficult time. Timothy Cartwell was assigned to the Reedbird Sanitation Yard and was known for his dedication to public service in the city. The Baltimore Police Department has launched an investigation into the circumstances surrounding Cartwell's passing, working to uncover any factors that contributed to this tragic event. This marks the second loss within Baltimore DPW in recent months, as fellow solid waste worker Ronald Silver, 36, passed away in August due to heat-related complications. Both incidents have intensified conversations around worker safety, with city officials pledging full support to the affected families and reaffirming their commitment to the safety of public workers. News 3. American nurse Mackenzie Kenzie Michalski, 31, who was on vacation in Hungary, has sadly passed away, with Hungarian authorities confirming her death. Michalski, a nurse practitioner from Western New York, was reported missing after last being seen on November 4 in Budapest. Authorities later identified a suspect in her case and have since apprehended the individual. Michalski's family, who traveled to Hungary upon learning of her disappearance, is receiving support from both local officials and the community. Her loved ones described Michalski as a compassionate and dedicated caregiver whose positivity brought comfort to many. Known for her humor and empathy, she was cherished by patients, friends, and colleagues alike. Providence, her employer in Oregon, shared a heartfelt tribute to her, saying she embodied kindness and the organization's values in her daily life. Michalski's friends remembered her as a pure-hearted person with a joy for life and adventure. The community is honoring her memory with a candlelight vigil in Fredonia, New York, as her family and friends reflect on the incredible impact she had. News 4. A devastating incident unfolded in Florida when a father discovered his 1-year-old son unresponsive in the back seat of his vehicle, where he had unknowingly left the toddler all day. Temperatures soared to 91 degrees as the boy remained in the car, while his father, who typically worked from home, had an unusual schedule that day. According to authorities, the father had brought his son along for a morning appointment. Tragically, after the appointment, he continued home without remembering to drop the child at daycare. Later, when he arrived at the Bayfront Child Development Center to pick up his son, he realized the child had never been there, leading him back to the car, where he made the heartbreaking discovery. Emergency responders arrived promptly, but the child could not be revived. Authorities report that even 10 minutes in such heat can raise a car's interior temperature by 20 degrees, creating a lethal environment for young children. An autopsy is underway, and officials are reviewing the case to determine if charges are appropriate. In response, safety experts are urging parents to adopt reminders, such as placing a child's toy or shoe in the front seat, to help prevent similar tragedies. St. Petersburg Fire Rescue Division. Chief Lindsay Judah reminded caregivers, "Take action to ensure this doesn't happen again." News 5. Authorities in Maine are intensifying efforts to locate 14-year-old Stephanie Dameron, who has been missing since late September after an argument with her sister. Stephanie was last seen walking into the woods near her New Sweden home on September 23rd. Her mother, Lisa Marie Dameron, has been actively seeking the public's help, urging anyone with information to come forward. On social media, Stephanie's family shared that she left home after a disagreement with her sister, heading into familiar surroundings, as the family lives a half-mile into the woods. Her parents noted there was initially no cause for alarm since the children are accustomed to the wooded area. Despite extensive search efforts that included canine units and citizen volunteers, Stephanie has yet to be located. The Maine State Police and the Maine Warden Service have scoured large areas around her last known location, and searches continue in Maine, nationally, and in Canada. Stephanie's mother posted on Facebook, "Please keep your eyes open and share. Help us bring our baby girl home safe." Authorities describe Stephanie as 5 feet 0 inches, weighing 130 pounds, with green eyes, shoulder-length brown hair, and last seen wearing blue jeans and black hiking boots. The community remains hopeful and committed to bringing Stephanie back safely. News 6. TV personality and rapper Chanel West Coast has shared that her father, Jamie Dudley, is facing a serious health challenge. In a heartfelt Instagram post on Friday, Chanel revealed that her father has been diagnosed with an inoperable tumor, describing it as so big it cannot be treated with chemo. Now she and her family are hoping for a miracle. "I ask with all my heart to say a prayer for my dad," Chanel wrote, urging her fans and followers to join her in prayer. "Pray he makes it through this somehow, some way. Thank you for the support." Her post, filled with hope and resilience, quickly drew messages of encouragement, including one from her boyfriend, Dom Fennison, who shared his support in the comments. Chanel also took to her Instagram stories to reflect on the importance of support during difficult times, posting, "In your hardest times is when you see who truly cares." Her stepmom, Linda Kuriloff, shared the post, adding a simple message of solidarity. Jamie Dudley, a New York-based DJ, greatly influenced Chanel's passion for music. Chanel spent her childhood visiting him in NYC, and as she reminisces, being by her dad's side at his DJ gigs introduced her to the world of music. This deep-rooted connection with her father has fueled her career and creative spirit. News 7. Queen Camilla will be absent from this year's Remembrance Day ceremonies, following her doctor's advice to rest due to a seasonal chest infection. A spokesperson for Buckingham Palace confirmed on Saturday that Camilla, 77, will miss the Festival of Remembrance at London's Royal Albert Hall and Sunday's military parade and wreath-laying ceremony at the Cenotaph. Camilla is following doctors' guidance to ensure a full recovery, the palace noted, adding that while she is disappointed, the Queen will privately observe Remembrance Day from home. King Charles III and other senior royals, including Prince William and Princess Kate Middleton, will attend the events to honor military veterans. Kate, recently completing chemotherapy, is set to make a rare appearance at the Festival of Remembrance alongside her husband. Camilla, who returned from a trip to Australia and Samoa with Charles last month, had previously cancelled several appearances, including the Field of Remembrance at Westminster Abbey, where Birgitte, Duchess of Gloucester, stood in for her. The annual Remembrance observance, symbolized by poppy pins worn throughout the UK, commemorates Commonwealth veterans who served in military conflicts. The palace remains hopeful that Camilla will resume public duties next week. Meanwhile, King Charles's medical team continues to monitor his own health closely following his recovery from an undisclosed illness earlier this year. News 8. Barbara Bregoli, mother of rapper Bod Baby, has firmly responded to accusations circulating online that her daughter is faking a cancer diagnosis. In a video posted on Instagram on November 8th, Bregoli addressed the rumor, calling it both hurtful and false. "How dare you suggest my daughter would lie about something like that?" she stated, adding that her own experiences with breast cancer made such accusations even more painful. Bod Bobby, whose real name is Danielle Bregoli, hinted at her health issues earlier this week, addressing her noticeable weight loss in an Instagram story on November 7th. "I'm sorry my cancer medication made me lose weight," she shared, assuring her followers she was slowly gaining it back and asking for understanding. Bod Baby's openness about her diagnosis follows months of speculation from some fans online, with several expressing concern over her changed appearance. Many have since offered words of support, empathizing with her health journey. Bod Baby first rose to fame after a 2016 appearance on Dr. Phil, which sparked her viral catchphrase, "Cash me outside." Now 21, she has built a successful music career, becoming one of the youngest artists to chart multiple Billboard Hot 100 singles. Recently, she has focused on creating music that reflects her growth and personal experiences, saying, "I'm more mature now, and I want my music to show that." Number 1. Lucien Francoeur, the pioneering French-Canadian poet and rock musician, was a true force in the world of avant-garde music and spoken word. Born in Montreal, Quebec, in 1948, Francoeur's artistic journey began with poetry, a medium that would later blend seamlessly with his unorthodox musical style. He found fame as the frontman of Autre Chose, the boundary-breaking glam rock band he formed in the 1970s. With their raw sound and provocative lyrics, the band became iconic, producing memorable albums like Prends une chance avec moi and Le Cauchemar Américain, both embodying the gritty, rebellious spirit of Montreal's underground scene. Throughout his career, Francoeur earned a reputation as a passionate poet, winning the Prix Émile Nelligan in 1983 for Les Rockeurs Sanctifiés, a collection that solidified his place in Canadian literary circles. He also made musical history with his 1982 single Le Rap-A-Billy, recognized as the first French-Canadian rap song, a groundbreaking blend of rap and rockabilly that showcased his versatility and innovative spirit. Autre Chose's music faded in the late 1970s, but Francoeur's influence persisted. In 2004, he revived the band with the help of notable Canadian musicians, including members from Voivode and Groovy Aardvark, resulting in the release of Chanson d'Épouvante and a successful reunion tour. Even as he advanced in age, Francoeur's energy on stage remained electric, his performances reflecting a lifetime of devotion to art and music. Lucien Francoeur passed away at the age of 76. His legacy endures through his distinctive contributions to Quebec's music and literary worlds, and he is celebrated for his indomitable creative spirit and uncompromising originality. Tributes to Lucien Francoeur. Georgina Cooper, an iconic face of the 1990s fashion scene and supermodel, captivated the world with her distinct style and memorable charm.